Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2023. Okay, so let's just get right into this video. No hocus pocus, no beating around the bush today. I will tell you the rabbit hole that I have fallen into in, let's say, the last 12 hours. So my good Judy, Dustin Daly, who has made an absolutely hilarious video, I will link it below, go check it out, which is just a little, like a 30-second clip of all of this stuff that has gone down, which I am constantly baffled by this whole ordeal of young people on YouTube, and it's really sad who is speaking for the younger generation. And I feel like the people that are doing some really positive, good things out there are not really getting the recognition they deserve. So I am going to try in the next month to highlight some of those YouTubers that I think are super awesome and really putting out some great content that are younger. Instead of always talking about these negative Nancys that are bringing down the rest of the world. And we're going to talk about Joy Sparkles, who makes me embarrassed to be white right now. I mean, she is literally the epitome of white privilege in the United States. So, hey, listen, you know what? She made, we're going to get to this in a second, but she made this apology video and made it very clear that she is not racist. She will tell you 100 times, she is not racist. Don't come for her. She's not racist. She's not racist. She's not racist. Well, honey, if somebody tells you something enough, you might want to take a look at that, okay? Now, this video, people are going to say I may go hard on it, but I feel very strongly for this, okay, about this, where she talks about brown people. Speaking of which, I am wearing my I Eat a Rapist hat today, representing my Venezuelan husband and his proud Latino family. So anyway, I want to get right into this and talk about what happened. Dustin contacted me like he was like, your people talk to my people. Dustin and I were talking and he was like, have you seen this Joy Sparkles nonsense? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, there's this whole thing with Joy Sparkles where she was in a live stream, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here's what happened. And I will link the entire video below because her excuse of an apology is nobody watched the whole clip. They only watched 30 seconds of it. No, gal, that ain't the truth. I've watched your whole live stream. I've watched your whole 18-minute apology, which was the biggest joke I've ever heard. I am so tired of these people putting up these apology videos and getting it wrong, okay? If you are going to make an apology to somebody that is heartfelt, don't blame it on other people, A. B, own your shit, and C, move on and change your behavior. All these apology videos, they don't do any of that, okay? I'm so tired of it at this point. Apology. I'm sorry. When I got sober, my dad said to me, he goes, I don't care what you do, but I don't ever want to hear you say I'm sorry again to me, because I'm sorry just means forget what I just did. And that's exactly what she is saying. Forget what I just did. Forget what a fool I made of myself and all of this nonsense, okay? And I'm going to tell you what I think she needs to do with her channel here in just a second. So Joy Sparkles is in this live stream with this Mike dude. I don't know who he is. But anyway, they're talking, right? And she's telling the story about her roommate, who she refers to as Brown, okay? And in her apology video, she goes in and she says all of this stuff about, I will link the video below, the 6-minute video that you can watch the interchange of all of this, where she said they were just joking. And then she said she was doing it to make people, who are you making? I've been on the receiving end of a joke before, okay? It doesn't feel very good when I'm the one that people are laughing at. I don't care how many likes and laughs you get over that gal, okay? It doesn't feel very good to make fun of somebody else at the expense for you to succeed. Do you get that? Doesn't matter what the joke is. So anyway, I'm watching this going down and I'm literally getting more and more fueled watching this, okay? So she goes in this live stream and she's like, okay, let me tell you this story. I have this really funny story. And she's talking about her roommate who she refers to as Brown, right? And how he's making a South Park character and all this kind of stuff. It is so... I mean, you want to talk about cultural appropriation? She is so white. I mean, she is literally the epitome of white privilege in this video. It is so disgusting to watch. There is no apology in the world. Actually, she has now put up an apology video, and she has put up a second apology video about a certain word that was used in her live stream that I don't say because it doesn't ever need to be uttered, okay? I heard tell that there is going to be a live stream later tonight where she's going to come on and discuss racism. She said enough that I need to hear. I don't ever need to hear her speak about racism again. She's no expert on it, okay? So anyway, I'm sitting there watching this video, and then she goes in and tells this funny story about this Mexican boxer, she says. It's a real funny story, right? and that he was one parent was a redhead and one parent was Mexican, and so she calls him a gingerkin. She doesn't think there's anything racist about this, right? And then she goes in this whole thing, and let me tell you an exact quote that I actually got from the video on this other channel that I will link below. And the quote is, this is straight from Joy Sparkles, who is not a racist, okay? This is all a joke, she said. This is all just meant to be a joke. See, I took it right from that video, which I'm gonna link below. Races of brown people were about people butt fucking and getting poo on their dick and in their wiener hole, and they got stained. Confirmed. We need to make a whole history lesson about how brown people came to be and have the internet hate us. That's so funny, gal. And then in her apology video, she goes in there to talk about how she's from the Midwest, and so she's never truly seen somebody that's African American. A girl, I'm from the Midwest too, okay? Where in the Midwest did you grow up? I mean, seriously, did you turn on a TV ever in your entire life? Did your family keep you in the basement? I just can't, okay? And this is not just her. I feel like there's just a rampage of all of these fools right now on YouTube. It pisses me off so bad. So I'm sitting there watching this, right? And I am thinking, is this for fucking real? And this dude next to her is laughing. He's just as much to blame, okay? Because if you laugh at the joke, you're just as much part of it. It is so embarrassing to me that she is saying all this kind of stuff. And listen, and she comes back later in her apology video, which just kills me, an 18-minute apology video. Let me tell you how this apology video should have gone, okay? The apology video should have gone like this. I said some real shit. A lot of people brought it to my attention that it was offensive. I did not realize that it was because I am such a fucking idiot. So I went back and I watched the clips, and you are right. It was totally offensive. I think maybe at this point in my life, as uneducated as I am, that maybe I need to take some time off the internet instead of being a role model for other people to influence their ignorance. So I'm gonna be gone for a while. I'm gonna learn a little bit about the world, educate myself to be more culturally appropriate, and I'll see you on the other side. I can guarantee you, I will not be acting this way again. There's your apology, sweetie, okay? It didn't need to be 18 minutes of this person came for me, and if you're gonna come for my career, she goes in this whole thing about how this chick comes for her career and says, if you don't make a public apology in 30 days, I'm gonna come for your career. Girl, you are not gonna have a career when this is all said and done. You showed your ass in this video, okay? You showed your ass in a live stream and 2 apology videos. You need to take those apology videos down. They make you look like an absolute fool, okay? The second apology video is even worse than the first, in my opinion. And then she just goes on and on and on. Why is racism the new thing in 2017? Here's my thing, all right? I feel like we have fought for civil rights too hard in the United States for us to take 100 steps back to have our younger generation pull us right back into 1952, okay? I am embarrassed as a 45-year-old man in society today that these young people think there is anything okay about speaking like that today in our world. My mother, listen, I'm telling you right now, I was born in 72, and let's say 76 when I was 4 or 5 and I knew well enough to understand what my mother was saying to me. If I ever used a word like that, my mother would have said, you take your ass outside. That language is not used in this house. This is a house of love and compassion. That is such bullshit to me that you're gonna sit there and plead ignorance and that you are making a joke about this. Why do people think this is okay? I don't understand this. Her channel should be taken down off the internet. Listen, we have all of us had to suffer the fools on AdSense because of all of this kind of bullshit, okay, that's not ad friendly. And she gets on here and calls brown people poo babies. I'm telling you right now, my mother-in-law would knock her ass to the ground if she said that. She'd be like, I'm a what? I mean, like, seriously, it is so disgusting of how she goes on and on in this video. The apology, this is the thing, okay? You could sit and watch the live stream enough and go, okay, this girl's revved up, she thinks she's funny, whatever. It isn't excusable, it isn't okay, but you could kind of understand it. But then to make an apology video where she says no less than 10 times in the video, I'm not a racist, when she displays absolute racism, it baffles my mind, okay? I know racism and homophobia are not identical. I totally understand that, okay? And I totally can get behind that 100%. But one of the things as a gay man that I cannot stand, and she even says this in there, she's like, I have lots of brown. She excuses why she uses the word brown, first of all, okay? Instead of trying to say, I didn't realize the word brown is offensive, maybe I should use the word Hispanic or Latino. No, she doesn't say that, right? She continues to use the word brown. She continues to be offensive. And then at the end of the video says, if I offended you, I'm sorry, okay? No, girl, that ain't an apology. That's forget what I just did. See what you did there? Forget what I just did and said. But what I really just said was, I'm a racist. And you don't get that. You don't get it at all, girl. And I don't have to come for your career, and I could care less, because I didn't know a Joy Sparkles from a fucking Joy at the dollar store 2 days ago. I didn't know who you were, girl. Couldn't care less. Who Joy Sparkles? She lived down the street with her twin sister. Don't know him, don't care. I don't know who you are. I ain't coming for your career. Okay, I'm trying to educate you. You need to do some education on how to be more culturally appropriate. It's wrong. And one of the things I cannot stand in society, okay, is when my friends try to get on my level, instead of saying to me, you know what, like, you're the first gay couple that I've ever met. Like, you guys, like, are really no different than anybody else. Or, you're the first gay guy that I've ever met. Can I ask you some questions? That's appropriate. What words do you like to be called? Do you like to call your husband lover, boyfriend, husband? What do you like to call him? That's culturally appropriate. You ask somebody the questions. You give them the control. You ask them what's appropriate, okay? You don't define for yourself, I'm gonna call them brown because I think it's right. That is fucking wrong, okay? To go on about all this kind of stuff, but one of the things I cannot stand is when people say to me, well, my cousin's gay, and I have 2 lesbian friends that are gay that I work. Who cares, girl? That don't make you the expert on being gay. That doesn't mean anything, except for you got some people in your life that are gay. I don't know that you might be just as ignorant with them as you are with me. You know? I am so heated about this. I am literally so fucking heated about this, okay? And I'm heated because people continue to support and endorse this ignorance, okay? Why are we not giving the support to people that deserve it instead of saying to other sources out there, this person is not okay to be having a YouTube channel. This person is giving role modeling to younger people and putting ignorance out there in the world. Because if 15-year-old watches this video the way that she apologizes and says, well, I guess it's okay to call people brown, and goes to school and calls the wrong person brown, baby, you ain't coming to school the next day, okay? And Joy, I don't think you've thought about that. I don't think you've really thought about your audience. All you've really thought about is, ain't nobody better come from my channel, okay? It's all selfish. It's all self-centeredness. That's where your total issue is I'm just gonna explain away my behavior and what I think is appropriate about it and why you better all fuck off. Or, like she says appropriately in her video, in her apology video, if you can't get with her gig, y'all can go suck a dick. That's what she says. Well, Joy Sparkles, I'm here to tell you, with your apologies, your live stream, and everything else, baby, y'all can go suck a dick. Good day.